Today in Portland, Oregon, the city's ICE facility remains a hot topic amid protests and new regulations. I'm Dean Bark. Welcome to the City Report with Dean Bark, here in Portland. All right, here's where we begin. Portland ICE facility to stay open despite activist pushback and new legislation. City Administrator Raymond Lee has declared that the ICE facility here in Portland will remain operational. This decision comes despite continuous protests and legislative efforts aiming to hold federal authorities accountable. Now, let's get down to business. The protests have been frequent and vocal, calling for the facility's closure. Meanwhile, legislative moves by the City Council have been scrutinizing ICE's land use violations. The city's been working on new regulations for detention centers, but, well, critics say these temporary rules lack clarity. And you know what that means, right? They could face legal challenges. Portland's decision to keep the facility open highlights the delicate balance between federal obligations and local activist pressures. Keeping the ICE facility open reveals the limits of local power against federal mandates. Moving on, Portland mayor under scrutiny over enforcement of detention facility law. The detention facility law was designed to impose penalties on landlords for nuisances like tear gas contamination. It's part of efforts to mitigate health and safety hazards linked to protests against ICE operations. Critics are saying that the mayor's slow action on enforcing the law could endanger its effectiveness. Without clear rules, it might not withstand legal challenges. That's worth discussing. Protests were a big part of why this law came about in the first place. City councilors Murillo and Green are pressing for strong enforcement rules. The mayor's hesitation could undermine a crucial tool for local accountability. All right, next topic. Portland launches new Central City Revitalization Roundtable. Mayor Keith Wilson has announced the formation of the Central City Roundtable. It's a public-private partnership aimed at revitalizing downtown Portland. Quite the ambitious project. The focus here is on increasing foot traffic, attracting office workers, and expanding housing units. However, there's been criticism about the lack of representation from smaller community organizations. This initiative follows the All-In on Portland's Central City Roadmap. But revitalizing downtown without community input is a recipe for missed opportunities. Shifting gears, proposed lodging tax hike aims to save Oregon's imperiled wildlife. House Bill 4134 proposes to increase the state's lodging tax by 1.25% to fund wildlife conservation efforts. This bill has gained bipartisan support, but surprise, surprise, the tourism industry isn't thrilled. The additional revenue would support the Oregon Department of Fish and Wildlife's conservation initiatives. It's expected to protect over 300 species identified as at risk. Yes, boosting conservation funding is necessary, despite the tourism industry's concerns. After all, wildlife needs a voice too. And that's your report for today from the City Report with Dean Bark in Portland. Have a great day, and join us again tomorrow.